what essential oils are, how you can use them, why we chose Young Living, all of those sorts of fun things. So I'm going to talk about that for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to turn it over to Jen, and she's going to talk about some of the most popular oils that people use, how you might want to use them. We always have to do a disclaimer. We are not doctors. We are not medical professionals. We can't diagnose, prescribe, treat, anything like that. We talk about essential oils in terms of how they support our body's systems. So just so you guys know, you can't come to us and say, hey, what oil would I use for XYZ? We can't actually tell you those things. We have abundant reference materials out there that you can go to find the answer to those questions ultimately. But just so you know, that's not what we're going to be doing in this call. So just a little bit of intro on both of us. Jen and I, you can read we did a little bit of a bio in the actual class event, just so you know sort of where we come from in our stories and how we got started with oils. But we're good friends, and we've been doing oils together for a while and teaching others about them. So short story, what an essential oil is, it's basically the lifeblood of a plant. It's what keeps the plant itself safe from injury. And thousands of years ago in the early human history, we learned that we could use those oils to support our body systems. So you can use essential oils to support your digestive system, respiratory system, immune system, emotional health, skin, you name it. You can use an oil to help you feel better. So there are three main ways to use essential oils. There is topically, which means putting it on your skin. And that sounds pretty easy and simple, but there are actually two ways to do that. So the first way is neat, and that means you're just putting it directly onto your skin. So essential oils that are gentle, like frankincense, lavender, lemon, a lot of gentle essential oils, you can actually put them directly onto your skin. Then there's diluted. So there's neat and diluted. Diluted means that you're going to actually use a carrier oil to basically cut the essential oil. So a carrier oil is something like olive oil or grapeseed oil or fractionated coconut oil. And basically what you do is you use that as sort of a base, and you combine the essential oil with it, and you put it on your skin that way. So when in doubt, dilute. If you look on the bottles, it's actually going to tell you, all of the Young Living bottles will tell you whether or not you need to dilute. It'll say it on the label. Sometimes you need to actually peel back the label, but it'll tell you. But if you're using oils with infants, small children, people who you know have really sensitive skin, just dilute. You're not decreasing the effectiveness of the oil at all. You're just kind of making it go further. So when in doubt, dilute. The second way to use essential oils is aromatically. I'm sure everyone here has heard of aromatherapy. So that's basically what it is. So aromatherapy is effectively the science behind breathing in essential oils and what it does. So there are lots of ways to use essential oils aromatically, but the primary way that most people use essential oils aromatically is with a diffuser. So I have an example here. This is one of the very popular diffusers that a lot of people have. It's very simple to use. You just fill the bottom of it with water. You put a couple of drops of essential oil in, you turn it on, and then you're good to go. You're breathing in the benefits of those essential oils for hours at a time. So they smell pretty for the most part. There actually are a handful of oils that really don't smell that great, but they do lots of good things, so we use them anyway. But you're breathing those in, and it's actually doing good things for your body. And it doesn't just smell good, but it also does smell good. So you can use these to replace candles. We don't have any candles in our home at all. That's part of what started me on this whole journey, and teaching others is getting the toxins out of our home, and it's become a hugely important thing to me. And diffusing essential oils has really helped me do that. So we have diffusers literally in every single room of our house, in our cars, everywhere. Another way to use essential oils aromatically is with a nasal inhaler. So this is an example that this is a nasal inhaler. So you just I have essential oils in here. This is actually really great for me tonight because I have peppermint in here. And so I'm breathing in the peppermint, and it's helping me feel alert. And that's great because it's definitely past my bedtime. So I'm breathing this in, but it's not like having caffeine where I would be up then all night. But now I can breathe this in, and it's just helping me feel alert kind of while I'm smelling it and for a little while after. So you can also just take an essential oil bottle and unscrew the cap. So I can just take my oil and I can just smell it. And then I'm getting aromatherapy that way. And the third way to use essential oils is internally. Please do not go to the store like Wegmans or Mom's or Target and buy essential oils and take them internally. The vast majority of essential oils on the market are not safe to be taken internally. They will actually say on the bottle, do not take internally. Young Living has an entire line of essential oils that are labeled as a dietary supplement, and they are meant to be taken internally. So the way that you know if an oil is meant to be taken internally is it'll be a white bottle just like this. So I'm going to show you just for reference. This is the same essential oil. This is Thieves. It's a very popular oil. Jen will talk about it. This one is the Vitality one. So this is the dietary one, and this is the regular one. And when we say regular, we mean either it's meant for topical application or for diffusing. The trick is, the funny part about this is that it's actually the same essential oil in the bottle. The only difference is the label, and that's for FDA guidelines. So when I'm in my kitchen and I want to use thieves, I don't really care which one I grab, but when I'm talking about it, teaching about it, those types of things, I'm going to talk about this in terms of taking it internally and this in terms of diffusing it and putting it on topically. So some of the reasons that you would take an oil internally is to support your body's systems. So if I'm feeling below the wellness line and I want to support my immune system, I will make a cup of Thieves tea. So I'll just make a regular cup of tea, I'll put a drop of Thieves Vitality in, and I'll drink it down, and it's going to help support my immune system. You can also cook with them. You can bake with them. You can put them in water. So I have my little cup here, my little glass water bottle with my stainless steel straw. So I'll put like lemon essential oil in here, or citrus fresh, or any of the other oils that you can put in there. So that's basically taking the oils internally. So like I said, do not go to the store and take them internally, because they're not meant to be taken internally if they're not labeled that way. Why we chose Young Living. So Young Living is the brand of essential oils that we use, the only brand that we use. It's the only brand that I would ever trust for my family. They are the biggest essential oil company out there. They are the only essential oil company that owns their own farms. And that's a really huge deal, because it means that they are in charge of every single step of the growing process. And that's huge, because I think what most people don't understand is that there are no labeling laws in our country. So there's, if you go to any store right now, you can find essential oils. Target has them, Wegmans has them, Walmart has them, and there are no labeling laws. So what that means is any company can put any label on any bottle and sell it to you. You know, you're an unsuspecting consumer and you think you're buying pure therapeutic grade essential oils because that's what the bottle says. But the reality is that the industry standard is about 5%. So about 5% of the bottle would be pure essential oil, and then 95% would be solvent or synthetic or carrier. So a lot of times I'll have people come to me and they'll say, oh, well, I used lavender and it didn't work. I don't think essential oils work. And I always say to them, well, okay, so if you put that one drop in your palm of lavender that's not Young Living, 5% of that drop is therapeutic grade essential oil. Maybe it's essential oil. And then 95% of that drop is a synthetic or a solvent. So yeah, there's a good chance that oil did not work for you. But with Young Living, every single molecule that's in our bottles is 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oil. The only time that they don't ever use any solvents or anything like that, synthetics. There's some of the oils will have carrier in them, such as Young Living has an entire line of essential oils that's meant just for kids. It's called the Kids Sense line. Those are pre-diluted so that you can actually just put them right on your kids and you don't have to worry about diluting them. But by and large, they're not diluted. They're pure essential oils. So they have what's called the Seed to Seal Promise. So they guarantee that their oils are better than organic quality. They guarantee that they've been planted in ground that has never been touched by herbicides, pesticides, anything bad if you wouldn't want to put it on your skin, they're not going to put it in their soil, basically. And they actually, because they own their own farms, they actually invite you to come to their farms. I personally have been to 2 of them. I'm actually supposed to be at their farm in Ecuador right now, but I decided to go next year. But they want you to come and they want you to be part of the process. And it's just really cool to see how they do things, because it really is amazing. Another cool thing that Young Living sets Young Living apart from the rest of the companies is they use first distillation. And the way that I like to explain that to people is, imagine if I line up, 30 cups of tea, right? 30 mugs. And I take one tea bag and the first cup of tea that I make, that's going to be what you would expect, the properties that you would expect a cup of tea to have. Well, I could theoretically then take that tea bag and go down the line 30 times. Most companies, what they'll do is effectively, they'll go down the line 30 times, they'll pour it all into one big vat, and then they'll sort of average it out, and then they pour it in the bottles. So you're not getting pure therapeutic grade essential oil. You're getting diluted, not good. Young Living does only first distillation. So you're only getting that purest, best of the batch. So the other short story on what you get, I only have 30 seconds, is basically our community is huge. So when you're using essential oils, it really Young Living is a lifestyle company. They have everything from makeup, everything. Everything that I use in my whole house is Young Living, because I know it's toxin free and I know it's safe for my family. I know I don't have to read the labels because I know their promise is only toxin free. But the education is huge. So part of our job and part of what we do is we educate people. We have this huge community of people who are using oils, and we love to help each other out. So we help you learn how to use these, because it is a little intimidating at first when you're first getting started. It's a whole new world. So sort of that piece of having people to go to say, well, how do I use this? Or what do I do with this? Or can you give me a recipe for that? Those types of things are huge. So Now I'm going to turn it over to Jen.
Great. Hi. So tonight we're going to be talking about the Premium Starter Kit. So I'm going to go over the 11 oils that come in the Premium Starter Kit. Those oils are meant to be in this kit to support every system of your body, which is why it's in a kit. So the kit comes with 11 oils, a diffuser, which retails for $84, and then 24% off anything you buy in the future, which really comes in handy because, like Mary said, everything in our homes is ditch toxins for Young Living products. So the kit is over $300 worth of stuff for $160. You also get reference materials. So as I go through the oils right now, just know I'm telling you a few things about each oil, but there's a lot more each oil can do. And you'll be able to check that in your reference materials because the reference materials really guide you through how to use the oils. And like Mary said, there's a community about here to help you. So let's get started with these oils. Are you guys seeing Mary or me?
We're seeing you, Jennifer, or I see you.
Okay, just checking. Okay, so the first oil that I'm going to talk about is lavender. Lavender is what we call the Swiss Army knife of oils. The reason we call it that is because if you're not sure what to use, try lavender first. Usually helps with something. One of the best ways to use lavender is for calming. You'll hear a lot of people use this right before bed. So they'll make a linen spray it on their sheets because it's calming. We'll diffuse this right before bedtime to get our children to kind of calm down. It's also great for baths. So if you ever take a bath with essential oils, you're going to want to do a handful of Epsom salt, a few drops of oil, mix it around and throw it in the bath. That's because oil and water don't mix. So you have to keep the salt in there to help separate it. Lavender is also amazing for skin. So we just put it like right on our face. It's just overall amazing for skin. So one of the other things that we use lavender for is we have ditched our dryer sheets because they are highly toxic, and we use dryer balls. They're very cheap. They're wool dryer balls, and you can put a few drops of essential oils on them. Ditch your dryer sheets. They last for years. They're very cheap, and you can just put essential oils on them for scent. And I like lavender for my sheets and towels because it smells amazing. All right, next up is peppermint. Peppermint is one of my favorite oils to use in the morning because it just wakes you up and gets you moving. So I'll put 1 drop in a glass of water. And the reason I do that is because it also helps with digestion. So I feel like first thing in the morning, I'm helping my digestive system, but I'm also smelling in the peppermint, so it wakes me up. It's awesome. Peppermint's also just great for your muscles. Like if you're working out a lot, you can just put it right on them and it just feels so good. You can put a drop in a chocolate protein shake so it tastes like a Thin Mint. Who doesn't love that? So you can bake with the peppermint vitality. You can make brownies. So it's a great way. We'll also diffuse that in the car on long car rides just to keep us awake and alive. All right, next up is frankincense. Frankincense you know about because of the Bible. I'm sure you've heard of it. The reason Wiseman brought this to Jesus is because it's super powerful oil. There are tons of studies being done on frankincense right now by NIH, Johns Hopkins, and because of what Mary mentioned at the beginning, I can't go into too much about what frankincense is for and what they're studying, but you can go to pubmed.gov and check it out. Frankincense is also awesome for just grounding. A lot of people use this before yoga because it kind of just brings you down and helps you focus. My mother calls it grumpy oil because my dad's a little grumpy. So she'll go up behind him and swipe the back of his neck, and then it cheers him up. He just changes his mood. So she always jokes that she's not sure what we did before frankincense. Frankincense is also great for skin. Just like lavender, I like to mix frankincense, lavender, and rose hip oil, which is a type of carrier oil. And I'll make a face serum and put that on my face. So frankincense is one of those oils that we want to get on ourselves every single day. We love it. And it's just so powerful and good for you that we try to use it every day. Okay, next up is thieves. Thieves is a powerhouse oil that we use this time of year heavily. It is awesome to boost your immune system. So we will drink this or put it in a capsule every single day between September and May because we want to boost our immune system, especially when the kids are in school. There's also thieves that we diffuse in the kids' bedrooms at nighttime. And we'll do rollers that we put on their feet and their spine. Thieves is also amazing for your teeth and gums because it has clove in it. So you just can put a drop on your toothbrush and brush it on your teeth. It's also really amazing cleaner. Young Living has a whole Thieves line with cleaners, detergents, dish soap. So I don't know if anybody has ever read the back of a 409 bottle, but it says, if sprayed on your skin, call poison control. Not if ingested, if sprayed on your skin. So we ditched all the cleaners and we now use Thieves Cleaner for everything. It's one of my favorite Young Living products, and it smells cinnamony, so it's just amazing. And my kids can clean my house because they can spray it in their mouth and they'll be fine. So, I mean, that's a win-win, right? All right, next up is lemon. Lemon Vitality is an awesome one to drink. I actually do not like lemon juice. It is too acidic. Lemon oil is actually made from the rind, so it's not juice. So it's not as acidic. So I can drink it every day and get the benefits of lemon without the acidity. So it's not as bad for your teeth either. Citrus oils are known for changing mood. So especially this time of year as the seasons are changing and it's darker earlier, sometimes people tend to get in a little bit of a funk. Well, diffusing citrus oils just naturally will cheer you up and put you in good spirits. So it's a great one to diffuse, especially in the winter months. We love to clean with lemon oil. Lemon oil gets grease off of things. So if you have anything greasy, just a drop of lemon oil takes it right off. Gum in hair, lemon oil will take it out. Sharpie on hardwood, lemon oil will remove it. Yeah, it's pretty powerful. It's amazing to clean with, and it smells really good. You can use it as a pre-treater. We just suggest that if you have any synthetic fabrics that you not use it for that. But, we tend to have cotton and we use it as a pre-treater. You can also cook with it because, again, it is a vitality oil, which is awesome. What else? That's a lot for that. Okay, next, Digest. So Digest, think digestion. It's really good for your digestive support. You just put a drop on your stomach. It's a little bit smells like black licorice, so I like to mix it with peppermint because I don't love the smell of black licorice. So peppermint also helps with digestion. So you put both on, you put it on your stomach, and it'll help. And you can also put a drop in a glass of water and drink it. One of our friends doesn't love the taste of it because she doesn't like black licorice. So she just does a shot glass of water with a drop of Digest and takes it down quickly. So again, digestion, there's not a lot to talk about with that. That's what it does. Purification. This is an oil that's awesome ditch and switch for like a Febreze. It gets smells out of things. So you can put a drop on a cotton ball and put it in the bottom of a trash can. You can put it in a cotton ball and throw it in the stinky shoes. We diffuse this whenever we're cooking garlic or fish, anything like that. It also has citronella in it, so it's great for the great outdoors. And it smells really good. Our friends like to diffuse it before people come over so they think they cleaned even though they didn't. All right, next up is RC. RC is great for winter months. It has multiple types of eucalyptus, so it's great to diffuse or put on your chest or put on the bottom of your feet. It also helps with snoring. My husband was a trucker snorer, and now we'll just diffuse this at bedtime, and it's helped him. And I know quite a few people who it's helped, so it's a great one. It's a marriage saver. All right, next is Panaway. Panaway is one of those oils that has wintergreen in it. So it's awesome for after when you're like me, if you're like me and don't work out for like a month and then decide, oh, I'm going to work out for like an hour to make up for lost time. And then I hurt for 2 days. Panaway is amazing. It feels so good on your muscles. It's another one that would be great in a bath with a handful of salt, like I said, to separate, to make sure that the oil mixes with the water. Next up is Copaiba. One of my favorite oil mixes is Copaiba, Panaway, and frankincense. They really like help, especially like I was saying with those workouts when you need a little extra support. Copaiba is awesome. It magnifies other oils. So Copaiba Vitality is a great one to make a tea with. We'll mix it with a drop of thieves and a drop of lemon and a little bit of honey, and it tastes amazing. Copaiba will magnify the other oils and help them work better. So like if you feel you're coming down with something and you want to take a little cup of tea, you can make that and it'll It tastes amazing and it's so good for you. And then the last oil I want to talk about is Stress Away. It does what it says, Stress Away. This oil is one I diffuse in my office, and people will come in and just say they want to come in my spa for a minute because they need to calm down because they're at work and they're stressed out and they need a moment. So this is a good one too to put on your kid's neck if they're feeling stressed about going to school or doing something that they're not comfortable with. A lot of times kids feel anxious, but they don't know how to tell you that, so they just say they don't want to do something. I found that Stress Away on the back of their neck just kind of helps calm them down. And then the last thing I want to talk about that comes in the kit is Ninja Red. You get a packet, 2 packets of Ninja Red in the kit along with samples. And Ninja Red is an awesome juice. It tastes a little bit like pomegranate juice. It has essential oils in it and wolfberry or the goji berry, which has amazing antioxidants. Antioxidants get free radicals out of your body. Free radicals cause chronic conditions in your body that are bad for you. So you want to be eating antioxidants. Half of this container, 1 ounce, contains the same antioxidants as 814 blueberries or 11 pounds of spinach. It's crazy antioxidants and it makes you feel amazing. I drink it in the morning because it wakes me up and gets me moving. So those are the 11 oils in the kit. Plus you get samples and the Ninja samples. And one thing I'd just like to say before we take questions is that oil can be a quick fix, okay? There are things that they can do quickly, but what this is really about is getting toxins out of your home and using plants instead of those toxins, because the long-term effects that it has on your health is amazing. And I have been doing this for 2 years plus now, and I get a call every week from someone that talks about that, how they feel differently because they ditched toxins. So anyway, that is the kit. Did you guys have questions? We did it. It was like 21 minutes, but we still did it.
I'm proud.
What questions do you guys have for us? I muted people, so if you need to be unmuted and don't know how, just raise your hand and I will help you.
Grace said, how do you diffuse in your car? So Grace, they make car diffusers that you actually just plug into your USB. So I have one in my car. Another thing that you can do is just take a clothespin and you can just put it on, like you can actually put it on the wood. Some people, my girlfriend actually just made these adorable little, it looks like little reindeer out of clothespins, and she put cork on it, so you can actually put the oil on the cork. And then I have it plugged, I have it on my my vent in my car, so that's another way. And then like my youngest gets car sick a lot, so she keeps one of these nasal inhalers in her car seat actually, and she'll just pull it out and smell it if she needs it. So there's lots of different ways that you can do that.
The inhaler, do you actually like snort it like a asthma inhaler?
Nope, I just literally.
It's cotton. It's like a piece of cotton that you put the oils on.
Yeah. So
okay.
The bottom, there's a cap here, and then I just have, it's like, it looks like a tampon, frankly. And you just put a couple drops of oil on, and then I buy these in bulk, so I can just, like, this is always going to be my peppermint one. You're not, interchanging them.
Yeah.
But no, you don't like shove it up your nose. You just hold it here and smell it.
Cool.
Yep.
How often do you have to like reapply fresh oil to it?
I never have. Since I bought this one 6 months ago, probably I've not ever.
Oh.
I mean, it still smells like I just did it. It doesn't go away. So, yeah. But now in the diffuser, when you diffuse, the water will run out after a certain time. So just as an example, like this diffuser runs for about 4 hours. After 4 hours, it shuts itself off. There's still going to be a little bit of water in there. I'll typically just add more water on top of it and add more oils on top of it. But most diffusers will do that exact thing. They'll shut themselves off when the water runs out. And then you just
I know you talked about how oils, like you can buy them at like grocery stores, like Walmart sells them, but due to like labeling laws, you were saying they can sell them whatever. So like why you chose Young Living, why would you choose a Young Living like diffuser over diffusers you might see at Walmart, for instance?
I mean, the main reason is that the Young Living diffusers are just higher quality. Another main reason is they come with the starter kit. So you get it basically for a discounted price. And then they also come with a warranty. So if anything were to happen to it, I would send it back to Young Living and they would give me a new one. So, Walmart's probably not going to do that, or Amazon's probably not going to do that. But,
the other thing too, a lot of the diffusers you see in those stores are not hospital grade plastic. So what ends up happening is the plastic breaks down and then goes up into the air, which nobody wants that. So the one good thing about Young Living is hospital grade plastic, so it won't break down because citrus oils actually eat toxins. So they will eat away at the plastic, whereas if it's hospital grade plastic, it won't do that. So that's another thing to consider when you look at diffusers.
Gotcha. Thank you. I was more thinking along the lines of, for like a diffuser I've had, whether it's safe to keep using it or if it would sort of negate
It's
some of
probably
the effects.
safe to use it. I would say it's not unsafe to use it, but I would, I mean, I have a lot of diffusers. Most of mine are Young Living, but I do have a handful that aren't, and they work. I would probably steer more away from using the citrus oils like Jen was saying in them. But yeah, you'd probably be okay.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Do you need to clean those diffusers, or are they like self-cleaning?
No, they're not self-cleaning. So I was gonna show you the diffuser, but it's so embarrassing. I'm not gonna show you. So you should. Okay, so here's the deal. I diffuse Thieves in this diffuser all the time. Thieves stains diffusers. So I can't show you. It's so bad. It's really that bad.
You can just describe it.
It's really bad. It looks orange. It looks orange. Yeah. So all of the diffusers come with a little cleaning tool, and they come with cleaning instructions. I will tell you, obviously, I'm very lazy about cleaning my diffusers. On the list of priorities in my life, it is at the very bottom. So that that might happen once every 6 months. And then my diffusers work totally fine. The main thing is there's a little disc on the bottom of them, and that helps with the ultrasonic part of the functioning of the diffuser. And so you'll just want to make sure that that's clean. So every once in a while, if you just take like a Q-tip and just make sure that that's clean, that's really all you need to do. I shouldn't say that. According to the instruction manual, you should be clean. But,
I don't either, if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, most people don't. If you have multiple kids and a job and a life, you should not be expected to clean your diffuser regularly.
Okay.
It's a rule. Other questions?
We are around. You can post if you have questions. You can reach out to the person that invited you to this class. You can post in the in the little Facebook event that we had. You can reach out to any one of us if we're all here to help each other. We have an awesome community. That we'd love you to be a part of, and let us know what questions you have. The way that did you want to talk about the sort of the next steps, Jen, or do you want me to?
You can.
Sort of basically me. Okay, so basically the way that it works, if you want to get started, just reach out to the person who introduced you to this class or who invited you to this class or who introduced you to Young Living, and they'll walk you through the steps on what it takes to get started. Like Jen said, the premium starter kit is how most people get started, just because it's by far and away the best bang for your buck. There are other ways to get started though. Young Living actually has a Thieves starter kit, which is all Thieves products. It's like the Thieves household cleaner and the mouthwash and the toothpaste and everything that you need to get started with the Thieves. And then they also have a Ningxia Red starter kit. So those are the main ways that people do get started with Young Living. And I promise you, it's like the best decision that I've ever made, for sure. For sure. No. All right. Well, if that's it, we actually, I think, did this entire class in 30 minutes.
Yay! Thanks for being here, everyone. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then we'll end the call, and this call is recorded. So if you want to share it with friends, Jen will post the link to the call. So that way you guys will have it. She'll post it in the group. And then, let us know what questions you guys have after this.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
You too.